All right, today what I'm doing is something I've not done before. I'm doing a pizza pasta casserole. Pizza pasta casserole, doing it in the crock pot. As you're watching this program today, I want you to, if you don't mind, if you're watching on YouTube for some reason, be sure and go on there and subscribe to the channel if you don't mind, just from the shed. I've got all kinds of videos on there, cooking videos. I've got America's Handyman videos, just from the shed interviews. We've got motorsports. We've got all kinds of things on the channel. But if you don't mind, go on there and make sure, if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anywhere, be sure and go on, if you don't mind, go over to YouTube and hit subscribe to that. Having a few issues out of that, we've got to have a few more subscribers on YouTube before they'll launch our videos out. Same thing on Facebook. If you're just watching on Facebook and you're not following, Facebook doesn't promote the videos. If you'll follow, they promote the videos. And we got all kinds of videos. And also, don't forget, on Facebook, we have a Facebook page set up. It's called Just From the Shed. So you can go over to it, Just From the Shed. There's another Facebook. If you're watching on Johndash on my Facebook, then go over and look at Just From the Shed. And you'll see all the videos there. We put a lot of the shorts are on there. We take a lot of the interviews and cut those up into portions and parts into 3 and 5 minute segments. So, because a lot of people hardly watch, a lot of these interviews are hour and a half long, and I do put those up there, but a lot of people just like to watch part of it. But anyway, pizza pasta casserole is where we're at today. Now, here's the issue. I went with a little more hamburger than what it called for. If you can get right here, Jen, get a little shot with that getting in the steam. I went with 2 pound. It called for 1. Okay, the reason why is I just felt like 1 pound of hamburger wasn't enough on what we were doing. Okay, it just seemed like it wasn't really enough hamburger. All right, now it calls for tomato paste. Okay, tomato paste, went with the regular. I think it's a 4 ounce or 6 ounce.
It's tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce, I mean, it's 4 ounce. All right, tomato sauce. Okay, all right, see that in there. Okay, we went with tomato paste. That is 4 ounce. 4 ounce on the tomato paste. It sort of gives it a little bit of thickening, makes it a little bit thicker. The tomato paste does versus the tomato sauce. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Now, we'll try to get all that in there. Now, okay, the next thing calling for is marinara sauce. Okay, we went with a better marinara sauce. It's supposed to be good. This Rayo's is supposed to really be good. It's all natural, premium. Really supposed to be good stuff. Okay, we went with it. That's 1 24 ounce of it. All right. Okay. I think we got, let's mix it up and see what we're looking like, okay? Okay, now, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of seasoning, but I think that we look like we're pretty fluid as far as the way it's looking. I went with a little more hamburger, like I said, than what I went with before. Went with a little bit more hamburger. It called for 1 pound on the recipe. I went with 2 pound. If I have a little bit extra, I'll put it back and use it for something else. But I think that we're fluid enough. I went with the marinara sauce on it. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of seasoning. This is it's called complete seasoning. I've never used it before until now. Okay, but it says it's complete. All right. Okay, now here's the deal. We're going to do this in the crock pot. All right, I'm going to set this over here. Bring the crock pot in. Okay, now, this is the way this calls for this, in layers. Okay, it calls for it to do it in layers. I'm going to go with the noodles on the bottom. What, huh? No, noodles was on the bottom. Noodles, yeah. You go with a little bit of noodles, then the meat, then a little pepperoni, and a little bit of cheese, right? And then we go with it right up. It's like a pizza almost, okay? But with the noodles, you do it in layers, all right? All right. You do it in a layer. Then we go with some of the sauce, and we spread that out on it. I'm glad we went with 2 pounds, okay? All right. Because I was a little bit worried. We went with a little bit extra. Noodles are, I think, 16 ounces of noodles, okay? Okay, now you go with, we went pepperoni. We went with 2 6-ounce containers of pepperoni and cut those up into quarters. Janice cut those up because I can't really be trusted sometimes with some of this cutting. All right. Then we hit with a little bit of cheese. Okay. All right. Just a little bit. Because we're going to do 3 layers of this. Okay, so we don't want to kill it on the first round. All right. Okay. A few more noodles. Let's give it just a little bit more noodles. When I'm looking for something, okay, here's the deal. When I look for something to cook, I never cooked until the pandemic. All right? Until the pandemic, when everybody had COVID, I never cooked. I mean, we had restaurants, Janice and I did, but short order cooking's what I seen, all right? Hamburgers, hot dogs. Both of us have had a wide variety of time within fast food. We worked in fast food business together. Janice and I did. She was my manager, and I'm thinking there may have been something a little off with it because I ended up marrying her.
You would have passed muster today.
So I'm thinking that there was some kind of something that wasn't right. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm thinking that it wasn't. I think she tricked me. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, a little more cheese, and then some pepperoni. A little pepperoni. Okay, we're going to have pepperoni left over because we went a little hog wild on the pepperoni. Okay, we were afraid we weren't going to have enough pepperoni.
You want some Parmesan cheese?
I think I got enough mozzarella. Okay. All right. Put a little extra pepperoni in there because we got plenty. Okay. All right. Now, that's 2 layers. We're going to go 1 more layer here. And if I have some noodles left over, I don't care. I'm not going to kill it, but I'm going to make sure it's good. Okay? Because we had a little bit of extra noodles from in a baggie. Okay? So I didn't want to waste them. We're trying to use them. But I think I can use them, Jen. Yeah. With a little extra noodles. Okay? All right. Now we're going to hit them with some sauce. Okay. This is all going to, once we put it in the, and it's all cooked, okay? So it's not going to be a real, you know, about 2 hours really is going to be good on this. Okay, I'm pretty sure, you know, when you get down to it, all right, 2 hours is going to be about a good enough time on this. Okay, I'm going to spread that out pretty good. Now, we browned up this beef ahead of time, fixed my noodles ahead of time, try to get everything ready so you know how to brown noodle, you know how to brown meat, and you know how to do, let's see, I'm going to give it a little bit of cheese, then a little bit of pepperoni, okay? And more pepperoni since I had plenty of pepperoni. Okay. We could have used half as much pepperoni. But we got nervous. Okay.
I got nervous.
Janice got nervous. Okay. But anyway, pepperoni is always good. We can save this and have it for a snack if we want to. Baby might. She thinks. We have a grandson. And we have 3 grandsons. But anyway. I'm going to hit this with a little more cheese. Okay. All right. Okay. And 2 more pieces of pepperoni. Okay, there it is. Pretty simple, pretty easy, not complicated. There's nothing to this thing. A little bit of Italian on it. Okay. All right, now, as I shared with you, when you see these recipes, I just do simple cooking. I don't do anything complicated at all, okay? Reason why is that's just what I do. I'm pretty much I like things in a crock pot. I like things to do casseroles. I like fried potatoes and cornbread. That's a lot of times the things I cook. I cook because I just like cooking some things along. I'm not real good on recipes, but I do pretty good. If you have a recipe, send it to me. If you got a recipe or something like, if you got a comment on something like this, comment on it. Why you say comment? Well, when you comment, the algorithms like it. So that's why I like for you to comment. Now, if you have something to say, send it to me. If you have any kind of thought, I'm going to drop this in my $20 crock pot. Probably 2.5 hours. I'm going to look at it in 2 hours and see what it looks like. You can actually mix it just a little bit, or you can cut it out, but I'll show it to you when we get done with it. It should be really, really good. It's real easy to fix this. And you could do this. I would like to try this again in a small portion. I've got a small 2-quart crock pot. I would love to try it in that. And just because I love trying to cook in small portions. This is way more than I usually cook. I try to cook in a small portion because it just seems like, I don't know, sometimes you cook too much. And if you're home alone or it's just you at the house, you won't cook because you make so much stuff. But I tell you what I found is I got a 2-quart crock pot, $10 from Walmart. I try to keep it in that and work with that. I can put chicken legs in that. I can put chicken breast. I can put frozen chicken in it. Hit it with a little bit of something like a teriyaki or put something on it, and it turns out just fine. I'm gonna drop this in here. I'm gonna set it on. I'm gonna watch my crock pot. I'm gonna put it on low, and because everything in it actually is already cooked. And I'll give it about 2.5, 3 hours, and we'll see what it looks like. I'll be back in a minute. You're watching Cooking with John. Be sure and subscribe, like, and follow, and do the whole works. All right. Let's see. Okay, had this in the crock pot a little over 3 hours. Okay, almost 4 hours. Okay, now it's the first time I fixed it. Okay, so it should come out the way I watched the lady do it on the recipe. It comes out like this. Okay, similar to that. That way you're getting, what I'm doing, I'm putting some in this container because.
Oh, wasn't it?
What?
Never mind. I was just watching.
What was I doing?
I mean, no, you weren't doing anything. It's what I was doing.
Okay, all right. So what I'm doing is we have a local family in the neighborhood, and we generally fix some food for them. Okay? We called them ahead of time to let them know that we would have supper for them this evening. Okay, local family with a young child. Real nice people. Well, we're not real nice, but they're a local family. Okay, so I fixed them. I called them, let them know this is not going to come out like, it's going to dip out sort of like a macaroni. Looks really good. Okay, right. What we're thinking about is on this is it's called pizza pasta casserole. In this case, what it's called. Okay. Now, what we're thinking is we can freeze this. This is what Janice and I are thinking. We can freeze some of it, aren't we, Jan?
Marinara sauce back in.
And add a little bit of marinara sauce back in it when we put it in the pot to warm it. We can put it in add a little bit of marinara sauce and let it go up. Also, what I done, I went ahead and I had some chicken legs, and this family really likes chicken. So, and they don't look as good as it is. The reason why is it's got a lot of breading on it. I breaded them pretty heavy. I breaded them and done them in a teriyaki seasoning. Fix this up for them. But once again, if I can encourage you to, if you're on Facebook, be sure and hit follow. A couple things happen. We need you to follow. If you follow, it works out good for us on the algorithm. It pushes our videos out. If you're on YouTube at all, be sure and go over there and put Just From the Shed in, and do that and hit subscribe. Same thing on TikTok. Be sure and follow. Don't just watch. If you just watch, it's okay. I'm glad you're watching. But when you follow, it helps us also. I don't know for sure. We're just sort of plundering with this right now, anyway, to be honest with you. We're working with this, and we've got a lot of videos up there. Probably got 300 videos up on YouTube right now. We've got everything from America's Handyman, where we're working on things, electrical, plumbing, wiring, all kinds of stuff all over the place. Everything from installing generators to working on vehicles. Then we're doing Just From the Shed, where we interview people from all over the country. There's interviews on there, great wisdom, a lot of stuff you see there. Cooking shows, probably got 50 different cooking shows up on there. You'll like those too. But go on there and take a look. Go on YouTube, and they're all in a real nice playlist. It's easy to watch, easy to go through, and you can look at them and watch over them. A lot of my cooking is nothing extravagant. You know, we just do it because I like to do it, okay? And that's sort of the way it works out. All right, well, thank you for watching. Be sure and like, share, and follow. Give it a thumbs up, a heart, or something like that. Do something there, okay? Thank you for watching Cooking with John. God bless you. Appreciate it. And pass the ammunition. Okay, I just want to show this and want to show this on the end. As I shared with you, that was a lot for us. Normally, we don't cook that much. I try to cook in smaller portions, but I just wanted you to see this. You can see here what we do with this. We take it back, put it back in baggies, okay? Flatten it out. And then we put it in the freezer, and we freeze it just like that. When we get ready to do it, we can bring it out, put this bag in a little bit of warm water, let it thaw out some, then put it over in a pot and go from there. But you can see there's 4 good meals left out of that. Now we double baggy a lot of things too, okay? We have a shrink vacuum sealer also, but we don't use it on these kind of things because it would really mash down the macaroni. But you can see here, it gives us 4 good meals left out of that, all right? But instead of rolling it up, we like to mash it out flat, because we seen a guy do this one time that was in a van life, camping. And he had all of his stuff laid out, man, in his freezer. It was so neat, it really was. Instead of doing it in a big ball, roll it up. So we're gonna try our best to freeze it just like that. Then when we travel and go places, we got it ready for us. But pasta, pizza casserole. Pizza pasta casserole is what that is. But I wanted you to see that real quick if you could. All right. Thank you for watching Cooking with John. Hope this helps you just a little bit. Adios.